From around 2010 until 2020, I was very focused on building my businesses, and as much as I was focused on working hard, I was also focused on playing hard. I really enjoy the finer things in life. I like expensive things. I like flying in first class. I like vacations. I like staying in luxury hotels. And then COVID hit, and I had a proper identity crisis. Who was I without the ability to travel? What is the point of having a Louis Vuitton duffel bag if you can't travel? I had put so much of my happiness and my joy and my satisfaction and my fulfillment into very expensive things, into very specific situations like traveling. When all of that was pulled out from under me, I really had to sit down and dive into self-discovery and learn the things that really brought me joy. During the summer of 2020, I found slow living, and my life has never been the same. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Jackie, and I share a little bit of everything that I have learned on my journey to creating my best self and living my best life. I've learned that it's not just one thing. There's no special secret. There's no secret sauce. You really have to tend to yourself mentally, physically, spiritually, and once you find that fulfillment and that alignment within, then you can really manifest the hell out of any life that you want. So do not forget to click subscribe, because with me on your side, we're going to level you up mentally, physically, spiritually, and then we're going to help you create a life that looks good on the outside too. Slow living and romanticizing your life are two things that we are talking about a lot nowadays. I think a lot of the stuff that's out there really kind of overcomplicates something that's supposed to be very simple. Romanticizing your life is really about finding and noticing the small things that bring you joy, and then creating a life around those small things so that you aren't reliant on like big picture things like flying in first class or buying a new designer handbag in order to find fulfillment, in order to find happiness. Our lifestyles are so fast, from fast scrolling, fast dopamine hits from social media, fast ordering. We can literally go order something and have it delivered the same day. At the same rate that our fast lifestyles have gone up, our depression, our anxiety, our dissatisfaction with life has gone up. I noticed that with myself, and when I started to slow down and start to live a slow lifestyle, I really started to become happier with a lot less. I used to be on a plane every single month. I used to be in the mall all the time. Now I don't really need those things. Like, I still like nice things, don't get me wrong. Once you find that fulfillment inside, the external stuff doesn't really matter as much. Slow living and romanticizing your life has a lot of tangible benefits on our lives. Some of these benefits are being less stressed, being more creative, strengthening your relationships, supporting your mental health, enhancing your creativity. Who doesn't want to enhance their creativity? Increasing your mindfulness, finding a deeper sense of gratitude. A deep sense of gratitude is something that has changed my entire life. I even made a whole video about it. I'm going to link it up here. Slow living and romanticizing your life really help you to keep the gratuity going. It's like a never-ending cycle of a gratuitous life. You aren't waiting for a lavish vacation or an expensive designer item to appreciate and enjoy your life. You're choosing to enjoy your life right now, today. I'm going to share some of the ways that I like to romanticize my life. And now these ways may not work for you. I don't make these videos to try to get people to like the things that I like. I don't need you to like the things that I like. I like the things that I like, and that's enough for me. Maybe the things that I like to romanticize my life with may not hit for you, and that's fine. I hope that you will take this and then go find the things that work for you. One of the ways that I love to romanticize life is with flowers. I like to bring flowers into my home, go into Trader Joe's, the best place to buy flowers, and choose what flowers are speaking to me, choose what colors are speaking to me, and then make beautiful bouquets and put them all over my home. I like the art of taking the time to create the bouquet. Instead of buying a bouquet that's already done and pre-made, I find a bunch of different flowers and I make my own bouquet. Another thing that I love to romanticize my life with is just spending time in nature. I don't think anyone has ever said, oh man, I really wish I didn't spend as much time outside today as I did. It just feels good to be in nature. We are humans that are connected to the earth, but we are also disconnected from the earth because we live in homes and we wear clothes and we drive cars and we go to stores. Finding time to get back to nature really just feels good. And I also believe that it really helps me with the next thing that I love to romanticize my life with, which is just noticing and witnessing. Noticing and witnessing is a byproduct of romanticizing your life and slowing down. It also has the same benefits of romanticizing your life. Noticing and witnessing can add to mindfulness, it can add to sensory awareness, it can add to gratitude, increase your feelings of connection. Talking about we're connected to the earth, but we're disconnected to the earth. Taking the time to notice a bee that is just collecting pollen off of a flower and floating from flower to flower and appreciating that this is so much bigger than just a bee on a flower, because without bees, we wouldn't be here. Noticing little things, noticing the way a raindrop looks on a rose, or the way that a rose looks with a nice sunset in the backdrop, just taking the time to notice and witness. Piggybacking off of that, another one of my favorite things to romanticize my life with is watching the sunset. Watching a sunset is one of my favorite things to do. First of all, it's free. We get them nearly every day. I mean, yeah, so okay, sometimes it rains, whatever. Some of the most beautiful moments in our lives are just handed to us by nature. How lucky we are to be able to sit down and watch a sunset. Another thing that I really enjoy romanticizing my life and slowing down with is making specialty lattes and drinks at home. This is also much more cost effective versus going to a store, but it also really makes you appreciate the beverage more. I'm pretty serious about the ingredients that I put into my body, so it also allows you to control the ingredients of what you're consuming. It allows me to get more creative and to experiment more. We talk about creativity and creating, and we think that we have to make this big extravagant art piece or create something tangible that we can then sell, because that's the world that we live in now. But you can just be creative in the kitchen because you want to have a latte and you're like, what flavors can I put together? Another way that I love to romanticize my life is by making delicious food and making it beautiful. I have shared about my struggles with my weight, shared recently some of my favorite tips for staying healthy and losing weight. I've shared about how I lost 35 pounds in 6 months without a diet. One of the things that has really helped me to not only lose weight, but to heal my relationship with food has been spending time with food, taking a few extra minutes to make my meal look nice and not waiting to be at a restaurant to be served a nice plate. If I do takeout sushi, I take the sushi out of those plastic containers and I put it on a plate and I make it nice. Instead of just eating the food and taking it for granted, I take a moment with it and I make it look nice. It helps me to channel that creativity again. Another thing that I love to romanticize my life with is lighting candles and having little fairy lights all around my rooms. I mean, this is literally romanticizing your life. Candles and mood lighting is legit romantic. I'm actually going to go deeper into the details about how lighting candles at night is actually really good for your physical health, how simply lighting candles at night is actually good for your overall well-being. So don't forget to click subscribe for that video because that's going to be a great video. But in the interim, I like to just light candles because they're pretty. It's just a bonus that they happen to also have physical health benefits. I also really like to light candles in the bath. And the next thing that I like to romanticize my life with is taking a bath. Taking a bath is relaxing and self-indulgent. It is adding to slowing down. And I like to make it an experience. I add magnesium salt or Epsom salt, and I add flowers into the bath, and I make it a really beautiful experience for myself. And the last thing I want to talk about how I like to romanticize my life is through reading. Before COVID, I probably couldn't remember the last time I read a book just for pleasure. I was reading books for business, I was reading books for self-help, I was reading books for spirituality, betterment of myself, habits, etc., etc. Everything I was reading was really about learning, and I made reading very much a learning thing. Growing up as a kid, I used to love to read for fun. So during COVID, I started to read simply for fun again, and I started to read novels, and I started to read just stories, and I really friggin' enjoy it. Not because I need to better myself or I need to adopt a new habit or I need to learn something, but just reading because it's fun. It's one of the greater pleasures that I have in my life, is just reading for fun. Thank you so much for coming back to my channel. Again, my name is Jackie and I help people become their best selves so that they can live their best life. So do not forget to click subscribe because I make new videos every week to help you level up mentally, physically, spiritually, and even to help you manifest the shit out of the dream life that you know you want to live.